Welcome back, Invest Info episode 30. Want to talk about luck versus skill in stock investing. Something I thought I would mention is sometimes you could feel unlucky, and certain skillful investors, luck could even go against them. And certain times, um, you could buy a thing, watch it for a while, and immediately it moves. And that's why I want to talk about a stock called Zomedica, a stock that we've been watching in the chat. It's been on the radar since April of 2020 when they mentioned that cats could get possible COVID. Had mentioned it in the chat, and at that time, I believe the stock was at 16 cents. Now the stock's at $1.02. Now here's where luck comes in. There are many different penny stocks out there. But looking into Zomedica, they have True Pharma coming in March. I mean, the company hasn't been making any money yet for the past 2 years. That doesn't mean that's not a solid investment. Look at Amazon. Amazon was not making money for a number of years, and now it's trading at going on with $4,000 a share. It was $2 20 years ago. So future price growth is a factor, but there is a bit of luck that comes in stock investing. Even Charlie Munger would say it. You look at Munger and Buffett now; it's a lot harder to invest because there's just so much competition, so much tools. But yeah, so we had exposure to the stock at around 40 cents, and Monday, Carol Baskin mentions the stock. It shoots to $1.33, over 130% gain. Been through a few of these pump and dumps, as you call them, but this one really didn't really dump so much. It was just pumped. It's holding levels at $1, and again, not saying if we have exposure or not to it, but it's projected to grow even further. Now, I want to say this: you could be very skillful. But sometimes luck could go against you. Meaning you could look at a company's balance sheet. The balance sheet could look amazing, cash on hand. Um, but as Charlie Munger speaks about, the vicissitudes of life, right? Certain things are just not work in the company's favor. Um, but I want to talk about us for the ones that try to bank on luck in the market. I want to talk about the skilled investor because the skilled investor, they often in the long term beat out the lucky guy. There's people that get lucky, they run up a lot of money, and they try to play their luck again, not with skill, just playing their luck again, and um, get burned. So either side could get burned, but I want to speak on both real quick. So if you look at let's use this company that we've mentioned because I think I've mentioned Zomedica in the past on one of these shows if you could find it. But let's mention GasLock Partners. From a valuation standpoint, as severely undervalued. The stock fell to 212. Loaded up more and close to a double. It went to about four bucks and it pulled back. That investing was based on skill. Looking at the company's fundamentals, looking at cash on hand, um, what is trading relative to book, and are we trading at a margin to safety price, right? So it went back up, it's pulling back, but you know what you're buying. When you invest in something based on luck, you sort of just going based on hope, So we hope this company pulls through. They issued out a lesson to their shareholders. They issued out a letter to their shareholders. Um, but at the end of the day, it's really there's no current revenue just yet. It's future price growth we're hoping, and there's a few of these penny stocks that are like this. And just because a stock is a penny stock doesn't mean it's not a solid investment trade. So sometimes you might make the right decisions. Your emotions get the best of you. You make unlucky choices. So you have to sort of balance out your portfolio. If you have to say, look, how much am I committed into passive investing when you're going to put it in mutual funds or index, your risk tolerance. This thing develop risk tolerance. Now, patience is a skill. Risk tolerance is a skill. It's not easy to have the patience to wait till these stocks return to value or to just sit there. That is a skill in itself, and not many have it. The risk tolerance, the emotional mindset to see your portfolio fluctuate 30, 40, 50% with a chunk of your money. So if you don't know what you're doing, it's a very dangerous game you're playing. But as Warren Buffett and Phil Town describe risk is pretty much buying something with a certain degree of uncertainty. You know, we want to buy, when we buy something, we want our certainty to be at a very high level. By the way, the Invest Chat is doing really well. Gonna leave a Gmail if you're interested in having financial advice with stock investing. Gonna leave email. You can notify the chat. But this is just one of the companies that we were in, and some could call it luck, some could call it skill. But the stock has shot up since April over 1,200%. So if something doesn't work against you in the market, sometimes it just does honestly fall down to luck. And there's times where you are rewarded through your skill of investing. We want to be skillful investors. We don't want to just be flipping heads and tails and coins, because that is not a great long-term strategy. The best scenario is when both work in our favor: luck and skill. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one.